Hello everyone, my name is Sam Parry. I'm a maths teacher here at Reaseheath, but beyond that, I'm also the Century lead, okay? So what that means is that I'm responsible for Century and everything that goes on within the college with regards to Century, getting you guys onto it, getting you working through it, and promoting you guys, getting stuck into it and engaging with the platform. Now, what I'm here today is to produce a video on Century, how to log on, how to navigate through Century, and how to get the best out of it. Now, the first thing with regards to Century is accessing it and logging in. So, simplest thing, the best way forward is to go onto Google, type in Century, and if you want to go, you can do Century Tech. That's its most official name. But if you type in Century or Century Tech, it will pop up with this. Now, click on Century Tech at the top. It will take you to its official webpage. Now, luckily for you guys, you have all got accounts. So this tells you a little bit more about Century, but if you want to get straight into it, straight stuck into it, click on Account Login. Now, this is the crucial bit. It opens up a new tab at the top of the screen. Now, in order for you to access Century to get on, you need to use your Reaseheath email address. Okay, so it's often followed with your initials, followed by your student number at reaseheath.ac.uk. So I'm using a student's ID here to log in from a student's perspective. And then I'm going to show you the password. So each and every student has this as their password. Password 1. So it's all lowercase and it's the number 1 at the end. So just a reminder, it is your full Reaseheath email address followed by password 1. Okay, nice and simple. You can sign in and it will take you to your main homepage, your dashboard. Now, what Century is, it essentially helps you develop your maths and English skills. And it does that by working on your areas of weakness and developing your areas of strength. So, for example, I've logged in as Zach and we can see from last year, because it's carried over from last year. So returning students, all your work is saved from last year. So that's a bonus. Fractions, scatter graphs, for example, are areas for improvement for Zach. Now, what we want to do to make sure Century has the most up-to-date data and it provides you with the most necessary nuggets of information, we want you to complete some assignments. And now these assignments are located down here. And you can see we've assigned you an English assignment and then 2 maths ones, a calculator and a non-calculator. You'll see that the due date is the 20th of September. So you have approximately 2 weeks to complete these diagnostics. And what the diagnostics does and what it allows is for Century to look at your areas of strength and weakness and then provide nuggets to work on areas for improvement. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do quickly is just show you what a diagnostic looks like. So you can access them either through this little tab down here, or if you click on this pen down there, you can also see your assignments. So as I've mentioned, Zach was a student from last year, so you may see some of his assignments from last year. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to scroll down, and then you can see the diagnostics. Personally, for me, what I think probably is the best way to do it is do it through your dashboard at the front, where you can see your due assignments at the top, because they're the main 3 that we want you to do. So let's start with English. You click on the English diagnostic, it will take you to the start, and it will give you some text to read, and then it'll have a host of questions to answer. Now, it's really important that you take your time and you answer these questions to the best of your ability. Because what we really want Century to do is provide work that's really personal and specific to your learning requirements. We don't want you to be doing work that you're already quite good at, and we don't want you to be doing work that's too hard. So answer these questions to the best of your ability so Century can provide work on your areas for improvement. Okay, I'm going to do this work for Zach because that defeats the whole point. But that's what an English diagnostic will look like. There'll be a mixture of multiple choice questions as well as some answered boxes. Now, that's the English diagnostic. Now, for maths, as you're probably all well aware, there's a non-calculator and a calculator part. Okay, so you need to complete both of them in order for Century to have the most and appropriate information for you. Once again, read the instructions and then get straight into the questions. Tackle them to the best of your ability. Show Century what you can and can't do. Okay, don't rush it. It's not a race. It's about showing us and showing Century, what your maths ability is, and then hopefully it can use that information to help you throughout the academic year. Once you've completed those assignments, they will disappear from down here, and your recommended path will be updated. It will include nuggets based on your diagnostic that Century thinks and feels will benefit you in learning and going over. Now, this is an issue that students faced last year, was sometimes it would only show maths nuggets, okay? What you can do to make your life easier is switch off these ones, only leave English language showing. And then with that, if you apply it, give it a little bit of time, it will pop up with the English nuggets, which you can then work through, okay? As you can see, it's got loads of diagnostics at the moment, but as soon as you complete them, then it will have tailored learning specific to your learning requirements. Okay, so that's why we're really encouraging you to complete the diagnostics nice and early, because it gets the ball rolling and it allows Sentry to do its thing. As you can see here, I've just applied maths now, so now I'll have nothing but maths nuggets to look through and work through. What I'm going to do, go one further and just show you what a nugget looks like. Let's take one for here. Let's go for primes. Okay, so you click on the nugget. What a nugget is, it's basically a micro lesson. Okay, and what I mean by that, it's got a bit of a teach at the start, followed by some questions. And by the end of the set of questions, you'll be able to answer the questions and be able to show improvement. So for those of you who are quite visual, there's some revision cards here. But for those of you who prefer videos, there's often a video to explain. So Sentry Explains, 5-minute video just talking through primes and what they are. I'll give you a little snippet of that.
Welcome to this video on primes.
Okay, so
Let's
I'm
see
going
a
to
few
keep
questions.
working through.
Times 5.
You can see there's a little bit of working out on the screen there to help
So
you
2 and
understand
10
the topic
both go
better, so you can make that progress. Once you've watched the videos and you're satisfied with the notes that you've made, you can then crack on and answer the questions. At the end, you will get immediate feedback and you'll be told how well you did. If it's something you struggled on, you can always go back and watch the video. So say, for example, I don't know what this question means. I can go back to the video and learn again. So you don't feel as though once you've started the questions, that's it. You have to just go for it. You can go back to watch the video, make notes. It's a really important and helpful revision resource. Now, Sentry is for both resit and non-resit students. So regardless of your entry grade, whether it be for maths or English, you'll be expected to work through Sentry. Sentry is a crucial part of your Be Ready passport. If you complete 15 hours of Sentry work, you will get a bronze level. If you complete 20 hours, you will get a silver level. And then if you complete 25 hours, you will achieve a gold level. The record last year achieved by a student was 4 days and 21 hours. That is the challenge that I'm laying down to anyone who dares try and beat that. Okay, that was a phenomenal effort, but hopefully this year we see someone push it and even go beyond. Try and break the 5-day mark. I can guarantee if you spend 25 hours or more, your maths and English skills will improve. So it's definitely worth getting stuck into. But guys, that's it really. So your dashboard will show you all of your recommended nuggets that Sentry believes will benefit you in your studies. Your courses here. So this is quite helpful. If you want to know how much you've done, okay, with regards to percentage and what course you're on, okay, then Sentry will provide that information for you as well. So we can see here that Zach has completed 5% of the maths nuggets, achieving an average score of 65, okay. And then if we go down here, you can also access assignments. This will be particularly helpful and useful for students who are doing their resit course with us this year, because we'll be setting assignments to check understanding. Last little bit, my dashboard here. This tells you how active you've been, what you've completed, and it gives you a nice little idea of the data behind everything. Okay, so you can see here between the 6th of September and the 12th of September, 3 minutes spent studying, 0 nuggets completed. The challenge for you guys as the Sentry lead is to try and answer as many questions, try and complete as many nuggets as possible, and try and really push yourself to achieve the best maths and English scores you can. Last year, 600,000 questions were answered by Reaseheath students. This year, I'm looking to try and hit 1 million. And the only way we will hit 1 million is if you all get stuck in straight from the start and try and answer your best. Once again, my name is Sam Parry. If you have any issues with Sentry, contact your course manager or contact me directly through Microsoft Teams, and I'll do my best to help you. Guys, it's been a pleasure producing this video. Hope you find it beneficial, and I look forward to seeing and hearing from you and looking up on your Sentry engagement this year. All the best.